Hello everybody, it's Nathan from Arcadia Ops, and today we're going to use the pen testing framework Metasploit to gain access and own the vulnerable machine that I've downloaded from Vuln Hub called Metasploitable2. Now I've got Metasploitable2 running here, and I've got my Kali Linux machine running there. And as you can see, they're both in VMware and they are functioning tip top, I'm glad to say. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to scan the target. Now, because this is on my local network, this is my target IP address. So I'm going to run that and let's see what it comes up with. Right. So Metasploitable2 has a considerable amount of open ports, all of which I might add offer some kind of vulnerability and exploit to gain access, root access to the Metasploitable2 machine. Let's go for the low-hanging fruit. So you've got port 21 possible, port 23, telnet. You've got 6000, that's 11. That's probably a good one to do. You've got shell here. You've got login. Oh, you've certainly got SMTP there. So you've got a couple of low-hanging fruit here. I'm going to choose this one, port 21, which is your FTP server. All right. And I've already coded this up. I'm going to do an aggressor scan, minus capital A, on port 21, minus P21. So let's see what that comes up with. Now this would give us the service number, which is FS FTP 2.3.4. It tells me that there's an anonymous login, which is dangerous in itself. And it's telling me that the OS details are 2.69 to 2.633, which is Metasploitable2. All right. So let's go for that vulnerable machine on port 21. Now I've already typed in the version number into exploitdb.com. Now this is also run by Rapid7, and there's 45,000 entries in this database, and it will tell you two things. It will tell you what the code is in the introduction here. It will give you the CVE number, which is good for your report, and it will give you the actual code. Now there are two possible ways to hack into this vulnerable server on port 21. First of all is by using the Python 3 script, which is here, right, with arguments. So you would download this code to a text file, name it exploit, and then you would pass the arguments to it. So it's looking for, the argument is the host. So pretty simple. The easiest is to deal with the Metasploit module here. Again, it'll tell you what this is, which is the backdoor to this vulnerable service. And then you've got the MS code here, which is a little bit more complicated. Now you don't have to download this because it will already be within your updated Metasploit database. So going back to Kali Linux, we type in msf console and wait for it to power up. It can take a little bit of time on the slower machines because it has a rather large database of 45,000 scripts, but it'll come up quite easily. Now I'm going to search for PS FTPD 2.3.4, as we have just found out in Exploit-DB. Now let's see what it comes up with. Bingo. It's giving me the address of the backdoor. It's also giving me the probability of success. So what I do now, you put use, and you can copy that and put that there. Use exploit to put it up. Okay. Now I haven't got a payload configured, but that's okay. I'm going to do that next. Now you've got show options. Now there's two basic things that they will need. They'll need the port, which you already have. They'll then need the target. Now what I'm going to do now is set our hosts to 192.168.2.7, which is the IP address of our machine. Just to check that we've got that there. Show options. So we've got the target and we've got the port. And generally, that's all what most Metasploit modules want. I will leave the target as automatic, and I will leave it as a basic Unix interaction. And then we simply input exploit. And straight away, it's found that certain things match. It's spawning a backdoor, and it's now found out that there's the shell, and I am now operational. How do I know it's a shell? Because if I put in ID, telling me root, if I put in uname, telling me that it's Linux. So I am now exploiting, and I have full root access to the Metasploitable machine. So let's type it. There it is. And I can go into whatever part I want. CD root, ls, but I've got all kinds of ways that I can now perhaps put another backdoor in there for persistence. But that is basically how Metasploit works. Well, thank you very much. I will see you in the next video, and thank you for watching. Bye.